coming out here after 30 years, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. Big love, big love, big love, man. 33 years of prison stories out here, man. We rolling, we rolling, we rolling. We moving, man. We on the move. We trying to touch different people. We trying to get to new heights, man. We trying to take this thing everywhere it needs to go so everybody can hear it. I appreciate all the love, man. I appreciate everybody who rock with me, man. And we gonna keep it rolling, man. In 2023, man, we try to get on some bigger stages, some bigger platforms, so we can spread this message, man. Positive energy only. And whoever I'm with, whoever I interview, whoever I do something with, you can best believe it's gonna be feed the positive, stop the negative, man. So please believe that, man, because that's the only thing I stand for, you know. Today, man, I want to talk to Hollywood Trail. Shout out Hollywood Trail, man. Hollywood Trail sent me something that he wanted me to look at and do a reaction on. So I figured, or give my opinion on. So I figured I'd look at it live with y'all and give my reaction. If he felt it was something I needed to look at, I want to see, you know what I'm saying, what the people, what the people think about it, man, and what he think about it. So let's check it out. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video yet because I'm not exactly all the way sure what it's all the way about. But after I look at it, I'll let y'all know. So let's watch it together. Oh. Okay, it said killer is released from prison and says he'll kill again. Yeah, have you ever killed anybody before? He says H-E-double-L, yeah. Yeah, he's a fool. I can tell you this right now. Okay, let's get it.
Killer is released from prison and says he'll kill again.
I got 17 years in, I got 2 body 6 in Supermax, man. I did 17 years. I did 12 up top in Minnesota. I did 5 down here, but I did 6 years in Supermax.
What was the circumstances of you killing them?
Shit, I just robbed some motherfucking killed their ass.
How old were you when it happened?
19. You know how violent they know about. So I got caught with 2 murders. They dropped one. I had 2 murders, home invasion, 3 armed robberies, possessed the firearm.
Why did you choose to not just rob and why did you also kill him?
Shit, I don't know. I'm a killer. Shit.
Well, I mean, when you look back on that at 53.
Yeah, I can tell already he crazy. You know, he crazy. I can tell that already. They said, well, why you rob him? Why did you kill him? He said, I don't know. I just said, I'm going to kill him. Yeah, he got something going on. You know what I'm saying? He got something going on, you know, with his mental. And then on top of that, you know, you did 17 years and then you come out and you still talking like that. I can tell you right now, he ain't make parole. You know what I'm saying? Evidently, whatever he did, whatever state he was in, his sentence was up. Whatever time he got, his sentence was up and he was out. You're not going to make parole talking like that. You're not going to make parole acting like that. So, obviously, he ain't on parole. And then he couldn't be on parole anyway because he talking reckless. Right there, what he doing right now would get him locked up if he was on parole. They would lock him straight up. See what I'm saying? So, obviously, he ain't on parole, but already something going on with him, something wrong with his mental, you know. And I've known dudes like that. Trust and believe. It's dudes like that in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's something wrong with his mental. He already, you know what I'm saying, he on some other stuff. 53 years old, man.
Do you feel any regret for killing?
Hell no, because I'll kill again. Hell no. Hell no.
Were the people that you killed, were they innocent or were they just...
One was a Caucasian, so both of them. And the other one, he had robbed my boy, so I had to come get him.
And you say that you've actually got more bodies, but that's just the 2 that they know about.
Right. And I got some more coming. This country built on killing. So I ain't no different than the police. Excuse me, the police. They can kill. They been picking us off. They killed that girl. They get away with it, so why I can't do it? I did my time. And if I fuck up again, they probably give me a death penalty. Because I'm going to murder somebody again when I get all these questions. If I'm pissed off, that's just the bottom line. Ain't nobody going to stop me. And then I like to do it. I don't need no gun.
Yeah, he crazy. Yeah, ain't no other word for that. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? He crazy. You know, he's saying that he telling the people right there on camera that he gonna kill again. He also telling the people right there on camera that he got bodies that they don't know about. You know, which if I'm not mistaken, you know, homicide is the only crime that don't have a statute of limitation. So they can come back and get you for homicide 40, 50, 60 years later. So he is obviously insane. You know what I'm saying? He is what you would call institutionalized. He institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? Because his brain is to the point where now he probably one of them type of dudes that function better in prison than he do out in the real world. Even though he did 17 years and, you know, he 53, so, you know, he probably been out on the street longer than he been in prison. But normally a dude to get institutionalized, they've been in prison longer than they've been on the street. I've been in prison longer than I've been on the street, but I'm definitely not institutionalized because I don't like nothing about it, you know. But you will have some dudes in there and they can function in there. They can move, they can network, they somebody because obviously he has the capacity, and I could look at him when I first seen him off the rip and then just hear him say the first couple of words. He will do something. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no doubt in my mind in prison, he probably was slinging that Bethlehem and, you know, into all types of tomfoolery, you know, larceny, you know, skullduggery. He was into all of that. But that get you respect in prison. It gets you respect in prison and it's going to keep dudes up off you. So he's somebody in prison. Because the only thing you have to do in prison is to be able to produce violence. If you can produce violence in prison and you have no problem with violence in prison, then you're going to get respected no matter what. You know, you could be a pervert or a jerk or snitch or whatever you want to call it, but they're going to respect you because they know that you capable of bringing that business to them. You know what I'm saying? So I could tell that he that type of dude. It don't work like that on the street. You see what I'm saying? It can't work like that on the street. On the street, if that's the only way that you have, the only avenue that you have to make people respect you, then you going back to prison. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not going to work out here on the street. You know, bullying, and it ain't going to work. Look at Suge Knight. You know, he had momentary success with it, but look where he ended up at. You see what I'm saying? You can't bully your way out here on the streets or use violence out here on the street to make ends meet, man. It's just not gonna work. In prison it worked because, you know, violence is the universal language. That's what everybody gonna listen to. So I could tell that that's what's going on in his mind. You know what I'm saying? And now he out here on the street. He look like he a bum. You know what I'm saying? If he not, he look like he a bum, and he look like he ain't really got nothing going on. He definitely can't have nothing going on talking the way he talking. So out here on the street, he is not having as much respect or success as he had in prison. So going back to prison means nothing to him. That's a better life for him, you know, than what he can live out here because he's not willing to apply himself. He's not willing to work. He's not willing to, you know, start at the bottom and work his way up. So therefore, he has that type of mentality. You understand? But he ain't, man, I ain't never heard nobody, I ain't never heard nobody in the free world talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially from just coming out. But I have heard dudes in prison talk like that. I heard a couple of dudes, man. Dudes have been locked up for a minute too. Where, you know, like, man, what you gonna do when you get out, man? Or, man, I'm gonna go work here, man. Or I'm gonna get my CDL. Or I'm gonna do this. Or I'm gonna go in and cut hair, man. Or I'm a mechanic. I know how to work, man. I you know, instead of saying that, I'd heard dudes straight up tell you, oh man, I'm going back out there and get that money. You know, I'm going back out there and sell them drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out there and get rich, man. I'm going to flip this, flip that, do this, do that till I get this. Then I'm going to do this, do that. Already thinking past, you know, what if I get caught? So they already saying that they willing to accept this life. They willing to come back to this life. You understand? They willing to come back to this life. If you got that type of mentality coming out of prison and you saying in your mind that I come out and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, then you already willing to accept this as your life, man. You know what I'm saying? All of this foolishness, all of this stuff that goes on here. And I don't understand it because, like I say, when I'm in prison or when I was there, I never knew nobody who didn't want to get out. So why do you want to get out if all you want to get out for is to do something that may get you back in? You understand? That's crazy to me. I don't even understand that type of thinking. I can't even comprehend that. You know, when you in there and you see the type of life that you have to live, and then you willing to go out here and really take chances consciously, knowing that I'm taking chances that'll put me back in here. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Those are people who institutionalized. Those are people that, in my opinion, they need more mental health than they do, being incarcerated. I think they need mental, they need mental incarceration. They need to get some type of medication, some type of psychological evaluation, because there's something going on with their thought process that they can't, function right. Because if you can come out here for a murder for 17 years, for 2 murders in 17 years, first and foremost, we know for a fact he won't in Virginia. Because if he was in Virginia, he'd still be locked up and talking like that. He would never, ever, ever see the streets. Period. You know what I'm saying? He would never, ever see the streets if he was in Virginia. Because Virginia is not playing no games, man. They not. And there's a lot of states, they not playing no games. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about 2 bodies and you talking crazy, man. 17 years, man. I know dudes is in Virginia penal system right now that don't have a body. They did double that time. I know dudes in Virginia penal system that got malicious wound that did double that time. I know dudes in Virginia penal system that got assault charges or burglaries and they did double that time. Double that time, man. He got 2 bodies and they got him walking around out here on the street and he talking reckless. Yeah, he said he got something going on in his head. He need to be in somebody's mental institution. You know what I'm saying? Bo Billy, for example. Bo Billy going on 50 years. Bo Billy don't have 1 body, let alone 2. Let alone 2. You understand? I knew a dude named Boo Bonner. He had a malicious wound. Boo was, I don't know if he out now, but at the time he was locked up just as long as me. Just as long as me for a malicious wound. You know what I'm saying? I know dudes who got L-notes, life sentence, double life, triple life, and ain't killed nobody. You see what I'm saying? So you talking about a man who said he killed 2 people and he willing to kill again. Not only did he say he willing to kill again, he said he gon' kill again. Soon as I get mad, as soon as somebody get me wrong, yeah, it's some more coming. It's some more coming. Yeah, I'm gonna drop some more. Man, that man crazy. That's it. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I mean when you in prison and you locked up and you in this confined space. You may be around cats like that. You may be around cats like that, and dudes understand what type of cat they dealing with when you look at a dude like him and you know what you dealing with. If you get in any type of altercation with him, any type of mix with him, any type of business transaction or something with him, you know if it goes sour, you got to take him away from here because he gonna try to kill you. He gonna try to kill you, man, because that's his mentality. Because he don't care nothing about his life. That's a dude that don't care nothing about his life. So if he don't care nothing about his life, he give even less about your life. And you got dudes like that in prison. I ain't really seen dudes like that out here on the street that's talking like that on the street, that's talking that reckless. I seen dudes online talking about this, talking about that, talking reckless. I hear rappers and regular folk. They talking, man. They talking, they trying to get some money, but if you look at the facts and you'll see that they ain't never been about that life, you know it's entertainment. But when you talking about a dude who's actually done it and he talking like that, that's not entertainment. See what I'm saying? You got to take him serious. You see what I'm saying? You got to take dudes like him serious, man. And there's a lot of people out here now in the social media world, because it is social media, that they use that as a tool, man, to make money. They use that as a tool to entertain. They use that as a tool to feed themselves, and a lot of them just to become rich, to get money, because violence sells, propaganda sells, exaggeration sells. You know what I'm saying? So they use that, and people is not looking at it as that. They taking these people as gospel or their word, which has always been crazy to me, because somebody can tell you something good about themselves, and people will argue them up and down not to believe them. But somebody tell you something bad about them, and you'll believe it forever, and you'll take it as the gospel. You know what I'm saying? If they tell you something bad about it, you'll take it as the gospel, but you're not really checking the facts and see if this is really real. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's really real. It's just like when I just did the little interview with, Charleston White. Y'all gonna get that soon on Living Life After Life podcast, man. But all that stuff that man say online, that was nothing. I was with him for almost 2 days. Nothing, none of that came out. I saw none of that in him. Zero. Zero. He had one confrontation when somebody pulled up on him real strong about some stuff, and he got aggressive with him, which he should have, because the dude approached him wrong. But other than that, man, the man was laughing, joking, talking about kids, talking about juvenile reform, talking about prison reform, talking about building up his community. He had zero of what you see online. He said out his own mouth, that's a character. That's all they wanted to hear. I use this as a vehicle to make money, to feed my family, to fund what I'm trying to do in real life. But he said, if you go look up online and you put me, I don't have a felony. I'm not even convicted of a felony. I'm 45 years old. I'm not even convicted of a felony. They say I'm a snitch. You can't find one person to say I put anything on paper to get them locked up. He said they just listen to what I say that's negative, but if I say something positive, they dismiss me and say I'm lying. But if I say something negative, they jump right on that and say, oh yeah, that's you, yeah, hear this, hear that. He said, man, I'm just BSing online, because that's what they want me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm BSing online. You see what I'm saying? So this is a different type of dude. He ain't BSing because you can fact check him and see he done did this. He done committed murder, and he done been to prison, and he done did his time for it, and he out, and he talking reckless. This is a person that you should be taking seriously. This is a person that you should be listening to and saying to yourself, this is a threat. People like Charles White, man, that man is entertainment. He's doing comedy skits now. You know what I'm saying? He's doing comedy skits now. How many real killers you know doing comedy skits? You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to put this stuff in context, man, and know who you're dealing with. But it's many dudes like this in prison. I ain't gonna say a whole lot, but it's dudes like this in prison. Whereas to prison means nothing to them, because they have a better life in prison than they had on the street. They done went through trauma on the street, family problems, this, that, and the third. And then when they get into prison, they let all that anger out and they become somebody. They become respected because of their ability to be violent, their ability to not care, to be, relentless and merciless. So people respect them and back up off of them more so out of fear. So they like that empowerment. So now they have this, and they never had it in their life. And then when they come home, they back to the regular person that they was, and they not accepted the way they accepted in prison. So for them to go back to prison means nothing for them. Means nothing for them. You see what I'm saying? But if you got to make parole to come out to be, you ain't going to make it, because the people already evaluating you in there. They not going to let you make it parole with that type of mentality. So I know he had to have mandatory to get out, because he ain't nowhere in the world he'd have made parole talking like that. I can assure you that. Yeah, I can assure you that. It don't even care what state he in. Is no parole board on the planet is going to let you out of prison talking like that, because they will all be fired. They will all be fired immediately. Because as soon as he do something, everybody will be held accountable for it. So I'm quite sure he not on parole, man, but that's his mentality, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy, just to be walking around in the free world telling people that you gonna kill somebody. I ain't even know. I thought you could get locked up for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but maybe you can, maybe you can't, obviously, because he online doing it, so it you know what I'm saying, but this social media empire, man, is crazy, because with all of these outlets now, it's like you've given everybody on the planet the opportunity to speak their mind, the opportunity to grab your attention, the opportunity to make themselves relevant in your eyes, and everybody's shooting a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't get it, or if they don't feel like they getting it, then they go to the extreme. They do the most outrageous things. They do the most crazy things. They do the unspeakable. They say the unheard. They say anything that will grab your attention and hold it, you know what I'm saying, just to make you say, oh, who is this? So you have to pay attention to that, man. And people have motives, man. Everybody do something for motives, man. They got an agenda. They know what they doing, and they doing it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Not a season, but for a reason. And you have to be able to recognize real people and for what they're talking about and who's genuine in their heart. When you've been around people, like I've been around people every day of my life, you know what I'm saying? Out here on the street, people ain't got to be around people. People can isolate themselves. People can pick and choose who they deal with. People can, socialize with certain people and, don't socialize with this. You can't do that in prison. Whoever they got around you is who you got to deal with, period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no way around it. Whoever they got around you, that's who you got to deal with. So when you in those type of positions, you learn to read people a little better and you can understand the people a little better. You can see through the BS. You can see through the flammery, the skullduggery, the larceny. Not 100%, but it's close. I can see it. I can feel the energy when I'm around people. I can know when they faking and when they not faking. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been around, and especially men. Because that's mostly who I've been around. So when I come around a fake dude, I know if he fake. I know if he fake. I know what his angle is within 10 to 15 minutes. I do. Believe me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I reveal that or not, that's cool. Because what you want to do is know what's going on around you without him knowing you know. Because if you don't let him know you know, he always going to think he getting over on you. And in your mind, you already know the truth. So you already one step ahead of him. But dudes like this right here, man, I've seen these type of cats in prison, man, and they are menace. They're a menace to society. They're a menace to their self. They're a menace to you, because he has no regard for human life. He has no regard for his own life, and he even said to himself, listen to what he said. He said that I'm gonna kill again, but before that, he said, oh yeah, I know if I mess up again, they're gonna give me the death penalty. But you just said that you're going to kill again, and you know that they probably give you the death penalty. He just told you right there he don't care about his life. So if he don't care about his life, he care even less about your life. You understand me? Anybody who would talk reckless like this in the day and era of social media and, where everything is filmed and everything is documented and everything is, can be seen online, that's a fool, man. That's a fool. You know what I'm saying? That is a fool, man. And he crazy. somebody better keep an eye on him because he crazy, and don't say he didn't warn you. As Maya Angelou say, when a person show you who they are, man, who they really are, and they tell you believe him, so he's crazy. But anyway, man, that was something the Trail sent me. He wanted me to see it. I guess it shocked him, but and I can understand why it did shock him to see somebody saying that. But you have those type of people, man, in this world. You have those type of people in prison. You know what I'm saying? And where they get that mentality from, I have no idea. But those are people who have given up on life. They have already given up on life. They have already accepted their fate to be whatever it is. So, that's a different breed of person, man. A very different breed of person. But these are the type of persons that you might encounter when you incarcerated, and you might have to deal with them, and you never know. You might be in the block with them. You never know. You might be in the cell with them. But these are the type of people that you have to deal with in prison, and even defending yourself against a person like that in prison will cost you something, will get you in trouble. It's just the law of the land, man. But that's crazy. But anyway, I wanted to react to it. Trail sent it to me, man. More videos coming, man. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. I'm going up into prison, man, for the first time, man. Within 2 days, we on the countdown. 2 days. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to get footage. I hope I can. I'm going in here. I know there's some dudes in here that I know with the institution that I'm going on, man. So whatever type of documentation I can get for y'all, I'm going to get it. But if not, I'm definitely going to come back and tell y'all about it. Because like I said, man, wherever I go, man, y'all go, man. TBP, man, I love y'all. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. I see y'all in about 24 hours, man. And by all means, man, duck them hooks, man. They out there, man. This dude here full of flammery.
The Banky special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.